comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Let us begin. Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. It's an aggressive attack. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. Now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Uses the parry. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Knockdown. Life lead opens up. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. What Hunk gets them. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Ooh, those buffed up throws are really hitting hard now. Going on the offensive, player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Lifts them with the renvoy. Connects with the renverse to boost their metal level. Player 2 is dominating this match. Finishes them with a drive impact. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Trips them up. Drive rush. Gets in their face. Player 2 is on the short end of the life lead, but with a full drive gauge to play with, it's still anyone's round. All right, what's coming up next? Life lead opens up. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Knockdown. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. It's too much. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Gets the jump in. Checks them with the projectile. Player 1 charges forward. Roughing up the body. With the impact. Knockdown and baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Experiencing burnout. Gotta be careful not to tag them and takes the W. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight!
Long Quan takes them off their feet. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor? Quan Lake is on fire now! Look at the damage! Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Player 1 needs to use their drive moves to have any chance of a comeback. Closes it out! Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Showtime, baby! This will be a good fight. Round 1. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checking their opponent. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Player 2 has the life lead. Uncomfortable space here.
Can they clip each other on the edge? Opts for the throw. Steps in for the throw. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Is the fireball part of their corner game? Checks them with the projectile. Surprises them with a drive rush. Player 1 KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Gets the jump in. Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Both fighters have plenty of drive to work with, but how they make their approach will be key. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. Their spacing is so on point right now, but who's gonna blink first? What'll happen here? Up into the air off the just cool. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Player 1 holding on to that corner corrects them. Life lead is there, but still the drive impact doesn't work. Getting it all on the drive rush. In there. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Rushes down the opponent to impose their will. Jumps in. Barely blocks the jump in. Zones with the fireball.
Nice air slasher.
They're taking a step back to slow down the pace.
Both sides getting ready.
Plenty of health, full gauges, let's go. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. What? A jump in? Back to
Runs that off.
dangerous range here.
Fires off an air slasher.
Ooh, you never know what can happen here.
Gut punch shreds them.
Can they use raw super hard incoming?
Sits him down with a super. Now that's how you take the round. Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready.
Air slasher.
On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Goes for an overhead. All right. Player 2 chases them down. Below heavy hits. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. This is a huge chance to make him feel it. Knockdown. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Scrapping it out up close. Throws out a projectile.
Rips the slasher out.
Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Player 1 can't use any more drive without burning out. Changes things up with an overhead. From impact finish. It was more than enough. Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. They just won't stop switching sides. Going in. Brushes that off and keeps going. The throw whiffs. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use.
Both sides getting ready.
Finishes it with the anti-air. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? So, what are our fighters planning in this opening round? Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner, buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Time to do some damage after that wall splash. Player 2 gets him. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Rips the slasher out.
They both showed their hands a little. Jumps. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Going in.
Air slasher. Betting it all on the drive rush.
Player 1 needs to use. Gotta do better than that. Their spacing is so on point. The low heavy connected. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Fight round. Fight.
Start. This could lead to some big damage. Medium. The low kick hits. Smart stuff. Poking at that range to zone the opponent. Quick medium poke. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Maximum strike. Oh, he connects with the throw. Dangerous range here.
Oh, putting the cherry on top.
Pumps the brakes on the impact. Jumps. The throw is denied. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Grabs him. Full shot. Gotta do better than that. Big hit is over. Player 1
Was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Versus one-on-one.
Next up, stage selection. The scene is set. Who's gonna be in the starring role?
Earn my stripes cause you know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young, super hard. Call me crazy, but you was not my psychiatrist. Through a lifetime of strifing and struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant. And I'ma live forever, that's my legacy. Greatest of all time, that's what they gon' label me. Put in work.
Our fighters have chosen their characters. The battle is just seconds away.
They know that I'm non-stop, I keep on pushing forward. I'm ready for a fight.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checking their opponent. Shoots off a projectile from downtown to check their approach. Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Who's going to break the silence first? Tons of drive and health to work with. Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? Anything could happen here. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Got their eye on the air. Both sides looking for an opening. They break things off to take a quick breather. Taking stock. Comeback's gonna be tough now. Can they do it? Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes with the projectile for their opening shot. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Sonic boom! Player one did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Throw leaves them wide open. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Checks them with the boom. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Time to reassess the situation. They're going for the super art. One chance here may end this in there. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. That drive impact is blocked. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. What are they thinking here? Absorbs the attack and fires back. From up above, sees it coming and blocks it out. Gets him. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Jumps in. Impacts are no go. You can block impacts, but you're gonna lose some drive gauge when you do. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Time to reassess the situation. Sonic boom! Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Checks them with the boom. So, what's next? Perfect boom! Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Goes air to air and hits them with a stopping power. A quick breather. Somersault kick stops them cold. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Nice parry. What'll happen here? Experiencing burnout. Nice in there. Player